Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we are doing a basic sew-in with a side part and leave. I already have her sectioned off, and these braids that you see here are going to be leave out. They are there to cover up the tracks, in case like the wind blows or if she wants to pull her hair back a little bit, you will not see any tracks in the front. The first thing that I'm going to do is section out my anchor braids. I prefer to have anchor braids so that when you are laying that track very close to the leave out, they don't slide. In my opinion, when you don't have anchor braids and you braid just at the beginning of your other braids, those tracks eventually slide back. So I like to put an anchor braid right around the perimeter of the leave out, and that's just to keep the track as close as possible so that you don't have any blending issues. The reason why I section those out first is because they're going to be towards the middle of the head, and those braids I use to tuck the other braids inside of them. So you don't want to do those first. I do those last. I start on the edge of the head when I'm braiding, and I work my way all the way into the middle, and then I'll start on the other side of the head and work my way into the middle, and then I'll begin braiding my anchor braids. Once you have those sectioned off and tucked away, you just want to go ahead and start with your braid pattern. I like to braid basically straight to the back, not straight to the back, but all of my braids go to the back and I tuck them in. You will see my sister is actually the one who is braiding her down. She is thinking about getting into hair and she likes to do braids and stuff, so I decided to let her braid her hair. And I'm actually wearing nails and I can't braid with nails, so yeah, I had to use her for the braid down. But she's an awesome braider. So yeah, just watch how we do this braid down. I'm sure that you have seen this pattern once before. A lot of people either use this type of pattern or they use the beehive. type of hair that she'll be using is the pink collection from my website. It is a 14, 16, 18 loose wave. It is very full from the root all the way down to the ends. You can color this hair. It lasts you at least a year with proper maintenance. It can last even longer than that. It is only $179.99. That's the 14, 16, 18. You can get that in either straight, loose wave, or body wave. This particular wave pattern is the loose wave. I will make sure that I do leave the link below so that you can click on it and it'll take you directly to the website. I think this is great hair for someone who probably has never bought bundles before and they don't want to spend a lot of money. I do have two collections, my pink collection and my premium collection. The pink collection is a little less expensive. It is still very good quality hair. You can color it like I said. It's even for like maybe if you have a daughter who has never had bundles before and you don't want to spend a lot of money, you just want to kind of get that look. That's a great way to save some money. The hair, like I said, the hair will last you at least a year or longer with proper maintenance. Yeah, it's just some gorgeous hair. You will definitely love it because it is a great quality at a great price. So make sure that you check it out. I will leave the link below in the description box. So make sure you guys go and check it out. Now I'm going to take this extra braid and just use my crochet hook to crochet it into the other braids so that it is not exposed when I begin to sew. So usually when I'm sewing, I sew on a net, but I'm doing this sewing for my sister. And you know how they always want something for nothing. You know, I was trying to get stuff for free, so yeah. She ain't getting on that. Not this go around anyways. But yeah, it's usually a lot better if you sew on a net, especially when you get to points where you don't have anywhere to sew. But that's the reason why I like to braid straight to the back, because you pretty much always have somewhere to sew. When you have the beehive, you still can sew pretty much anywhere you want, but I don't like the fact that kind of like when you run your hands through it, you can kind of feel each braid up and down with the beehive. So that's why I prefer to braid straight to the back. In my opinion, it comes out a whole lot smoother. So for the first two bundles, I am going to be doubling my tracks. I do that quite often with a lot of my sew-ins. It really just depends on what type of sew-in you are getting, but this is a basic sew-in, so I am going to be doubling my tracks. Once I get very close to the edge, I like to let one of my tracks go and just sew one track, and then I'll flip the track, sew it, and then once I meet back up with the track that I left, I'll pick it back up and start sewing it again. I know that sounds real confusing, but if you watch it, I'm going to do that probably 2 or 3 times throughout this video, so just be on the lookout. When I get close to the edge, I'll drop one of the tracks that I'm sewing, continue stitching one, and then once I meet back up with that other track, I'll pick it back up and continue sewing again. Once I get to my very last bundle, I like to just sew it single. I don't double it. I just like for the top to appear a whole lot flatter. If you double it, you still can get a flat sew in, but I just want it to be as flat as possible, so I'm just going to single it out for the entire bundle. I also prefer to curve my tracks when I get towards the edge, and this just helps you blend the leave out better. When you just fold it straight across, I don't know, you can still kind of see the tracks, but when you curve it, it's like you're hiding the tracks. I don't know really how to explain it, but you'll see once I get ready to flat iron her leave out. As you can see, when you do that perimeter braid or anchor braid, it just makes it so much easier for you to get your track as close as possible to the leave out. And you want your tracks to be very close to the leave out so that you have absolutely no problems with blending. So before I begin flat ironing her hair, I'm going to use Kimra's Thermal Styling Spray. It's like my favorite brand to use ever. It's like the only brand that I recommend for my extensions. This Thermal Styling Spray protects your hair up to 428 degrees, and it gives your hair like a really nice lightweight shine. When you spray it, it is wet, so you want to work it through the hair before you actually apply the flat irons, otherwise it can burn your client's scalp. As you can see, this sew-in is very flat and it's going to look very natural. The next thing that I'm going to do is just spray her hair with more heat protectant. She's natural, so I just want to be extra cautious. We have been through like a series of heat damage with her hair once before. If you have watched any of my previous videos, especially the natural hair video that I did where I braided her hair and did some flexi rods, you will see that like her ends were really bone straight. Like she had a lot of heat damage, so I just want to make sure that I protect her hair very well. So I'm going to spray it again with the camera, and then I'll be wanding it to blend with her extensions. So this is the final look of the sew-in. I just want to leave her bundles in their natural state. I really didn't want to start putting heat on them. She just purchased them for school. So I just wanted to make sure that, you know, she takes very good care of them. You can definitely put heat on this hair, but I know her. They like to do a lot of stuff with their hair. So I didn't want to start out doing stuff already. I'll let her decide when she wants to flat iron it or curl it or whatever, but this is the final look, guys. I'm moving right along to the makeup, but I'm not really going to talk throughout this segment of the video just because it's a lot of clips and I already don't like to do voiceovers, you guys. So yeah, you can just sit through this or you can speed through it. It really doesn't matter. But I do want you to see the finished look. So be sure that you, if you do scroll, that you stop right before the end so that you can see the final look of everything. Also, if you guys want to see anything in particular, make sure you leave it in the comment section below. And thanks for watching. If you have not subscribed, make sure you do so. Bye.